Hello, welcome to Standard Egg. I'm your host, Dennis Jean. There's a guy on YouTube on the French Cooking Academy. 5 years ago, he made this recipe for ham and cheese crepes and mushroom crepes. And we're finally making it. It took him 30 minutes to make his video. I'm going to see how fast I can do it, basically. It's super French. Super French. I saw Les Mis this week, so it might get a little musical. We'll see what happens. 250 grams of flour get sifted into a bowl. One teaspoon or 5 grams of salt. Make a little well. Break and beat 3 egg yolks. Okay, now we need 500 milliliters or 2 cups of milk. Do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men? That's the sound of a people who will not be slaves again. If the beating in your heart matches the beating of the drums, then the world will change as soon as tomorrow comes. Okay, that came together. Doesn't look like it's lumpy to me, so that was really easy and fast. Well, it's supposed to rest for an hour, and we'll see what happens from there. So I'm just going to cut up a few tablespoons of parsley. Now, the French guy said, we don't have to worry about chopping this up with a knife. It's okay. We're just going to use a food processor, save a bunch of time, and it's kind of fun. So, he didn't give a specific amount of ham. I've just got some slices. I'm just going to blend it all up into fine shreds. Boom, bang, boom. 200 grams of mushrooms going in the thing. $20 grams of shallot, 10 grams of onion. I figured out that half a shallot is about 30 grams, so I'm just going to slap up this real quick. A little butter, and goes the shallots. We cook them up, then throws in the mushrooms. We're going to cook all of the moisture out of these mushrooms, which is probably going to take some time. This butter's going to start to foam. These shallots are going to start to cook. We're just going to soften them for a couple minutes. In go the mushrooms. And then we'll take like a tablespoon of lemon juice. I have my ground mushroom here. And whew, it smells like so mushroomy. I love the flavor of mushrooms, but the smell of ground mushrooms is really strong. One more day. Don't forget to throw a little salt and pepper in that mushroom dessert we're making. In the meantime, I got 2 ham packs today, and I'm just going to throw these in the food processor and blend them up. Alright, well, blending ham was incredibly satisfying. I'm going to do that more often. Maybe I'll make ham salad. There we go, ham, done. What are we doing here? Let's shred some cheese up. We need 40 grams of Gruyere cheese. Or as the French say, Gruyere. Oh, you can also use Swiss. It's pretty close. There is 65 grams of cheese. It said to use 40. That's only 65. That's 65. It's not going to be much cheese. Might have to do more. We like the cheese. We like the cheese. Okay, yes. Absolutely, yes. 3 tablespoons of butter is going to meet about a quarter cup of flour. It says 40 grams of each. I've showed you many times how to make a roux, so I hope we can manage, please. The mushrooms are supposed to cook until they start to stick. I don't think that's ever going to happen. They're so wet. There's so much moisture in mushrooms, but they're smelling really good now. I was kind of shocked at the smell before, but they smell really good. So our butter is melted and we're gonna just throw our flour in there. Now stir that around until it's a nice paste and you have your roux done. You can do this on low heat. Roux. The more you know. Roux is made, I'm gonna add 400 milliliters of milk and 100 milliliters of heavy cream. I'm gonna put the heat on a little bit. Whip that roux in there and so it thickens that milk up. To our bechamel, I'm gonna add a bay leaf. We punch 3 cloves into an onion, make a little face, and then that just goes into the bechamel. And then our cheese will go in at the very end once the roux is thickened. And this does need to cook for a few minutes at least to get that raw flour cooked up. Make sure you're stirring this constantly. It's starting to smell really like an onion. Okay, moment of truth. Time to make the crepes. I don't have a crepe pan, but I got a big old pancake pan. Let's just do this. It's ugly. It's really ugly. This is gonna take some practice. I've never had a crepe before. It looks really eggy. I'm really fascinated by this. Now we do that about 50 more times. Drink with me, 2 days gone by. Sing with me a song we knew. At the shrine of friendship never say die. Let the wine of friendship never run dry. That was an ordeal. Now, I'm going to take this bechamel and I'm going to split it down the middle into the ham and into the mushrooms. I got 8 crepes. I took my filling and I chopped it into 4. 4 of each. That's my filling. That's how thick that... Oh! That was close. That's how thick that bechamel is, though. It's holding balls. I mean, it's holding up fine. It's staying as a ball. It's a thick sauce. Okay. In France, these crepes are sold in supermarkets actually frozen. And people buy them in like packs of 20 and like 40 or something. Like huge amounts of these crepes. So these are frozen supermarket crepes from France. So right now we're gonna, I'm gonna fold all of these into little packets, little packages, parcels. And we're gonna freeze them actually. And once they're frozen solid, only then can we cook them and eat them, because that's the way they're made in France. So I've never done this. Let's try it. I'm gonna make the ham ones into those little packets, and I'm gonna roll the mushroom ones into like long tubes or burritos, because I want to be able to tell the difference between the ham and the mushroom ones once they're frozen. These go in the freezer until they're totally frozen solid. I'm thinking maybe 3, 4, 5 hours. I gotta stop making things that I have to wait on. Alright, into the freezer. I guess I'll do all these dishes, of which there is kind of a lot. This was a messy recipe. It's time. The crepes are frozen. I'm hungry, so into the pan. Melt some butter, and I'm just gonna throw that into the pot. They only took like a couple hours, maybe 3 hours to freeze, and they're really frozen. They're frozen, so, and they look great. Little packets. We'll see. Incoming, 1 ham packet and 1 mushroom crepe. Leave these on very low heat for 5 minutes on each side. So I'm gonna set a timer and just walk away from it, or I'm gonna be too tempted to mess with these. I flipped this over after 5 minutes and it really wasn't done at all. I'm gonna go with medium-high heat on the next side. I don't know, we'll just see. It just didn't seem quite right yet. It looks way better after that that medium heat flip. So I'm gonna do the other side until it's a little golden brown. Probably just 2 or 3 more minutes on medium, and then we're ready to plate and eat. Time to eat. It smells incredible. Start with the mushroom. First bite, bay leaf. Off to a good start. Oh, okay. I see. That was really good. Incredible mushroom flavor. The mushroom is just right there in your face. The bechamel is there in the background. It's really creamy. I really noticed that onion and clove and bay leaf bechamel flavor. The texture is just incredible. This is a lot like a French version of enchiladas, I suppose. It reminds me more than anything of mushroom ravioli. It's so good. That's so good. Let's try the ham. Let's try the ham out. Because it looks perfect. It looks perfect. Oh. That was one of the best things I've ever had. That's the best ham and cheese I've ever had in my life. The crepe is so chewy, but soft. It's like a soft noodle, really. It's so good. It's kind of eggy. The ham is just so good. I love ham, of course, but with the cream sauce and the bechamel, it just is so flavorful. It's so flavorful. It's the ham and the butter, the bechamel. This is so good. This is the best ham and cheese I've ever had. I'm gonna make a lot of these. These will always be in my freezer from now on. Oh my gosh. I want to eat it so slow. It's so good. I want to eat it slow. This is different. Life-changing experience. So, wow. Thank you to the French Cooking Academy. Excellent recipe. Well done. Whew. That was good. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please like the video and leave a comment. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So, I'm going to keep eating. I'm just going to keep eating these, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!